Hey, welcome to the first part of the horizontal stabilizer. This is the main spar for the horizontal stabilizer, getting all the blue plastic stuff off of it. And pretty much this video is a lot of working, deburring, and drilling holes. It's not a lot of hole putting stuff together. You have to deburr all of those holes and deburr all the sides and all the parts, and it's rather time consuming. So for this video, so you're not completely bored, my daughter has a fancy trick that she wants to show you, and I will have a joke a little bit later in the video. So again, my dad's helping me with the horizontal stabilizer here. He used to be a machinist, and he used to make me deburr parts, so I figured I would return the favor, and I have him deburring some parts there. So we're going through just making sure we get all the sides nice and smooth, make sure there's no nicks or dents or anything in them, and making it so you can actually handle the stuff and not get a piece of metal shoved in your hand. The white things on the table there, those are the little hinges, the hinge bracket things that will hold the elevator to the horizontal stabilizer. So they are powder coated, and the instructions do say to hit them with Scotch-Brite pad if you want to paint them. So I do that, and then I clean them off with
the camera.
I think maybe she's a little bit crazy. I'm not sure. But I did use the, what is it called? Not the paint thinner, but the acetone. I used that to clean the parts off, but I had marked them on which side was up and which side was down, and so that was kind of a mistake. I did have to go back and refigure out which side was up on those and remark them, but, you know, live and learn. And just more doing the sanding and the filing and the deburring over and over and over again. And I have this video sped up to like 700% of its original speed. So it was a long day of deburring, let me tell you that much. So I'm going to go get the document here for so we are in section 8. There is a piece on this that I don't have that is back ordered, and I did mention before in some of my other videos the back order is they're projecting May, so you know, when I found that out it was like 5 months. So we'll see what happens, see when I actually get the things that I need. It shouldn't be too bad with the rudder. I couldn't actually finish the rudder because you can't put the piece together until you get those pieces in. But with the horizontal stabilizer, I can build all of it except for putting in that back spar that has a it's the VA-146. It's a bearing that basically rides that you hook, and you can it's for the elevators. So I don't have that bearing. So I will have to wait before I actually finish the horizontal stabilizer, but I should be able to put most of it together. So that'll be kind of nice. Here I am kind of putting pieces together. This is later that night. So my dad came over for a few hours, helped me out. And then later that night I was putting the pieces together, final drilling the holes, and then putting the hinges on. What are they called? I'm looking them up here. They are called they are HS911s. Inboard hinge brackets is what they are. That's what I'll be drilling those and eventually riveting them on there. So a whole lot of deburring, a whole lot of putting together, taking apart, putting back together. Like I said, this video is pretty boring, so let me liven it up with a joke. So here it goes. And these are dad jokes, and my daughters don't think they're funny. So you might not either. So I went to a zoo, and all I saw was a dog. It was a Shih Tzu. That's not a dirty joke, but I thought it was pretty funny. My daughters didn't think it was very funny. They thought it was dumb. But there you go. So here I'm just final drilling the holes for the hinges there. And then peeling off all of the stickers. They put like little stickers that are, you would find like at a grocery store, like when they tag, the prices on items. Those little stickers are kind of on the bottom of the hinges there. And so I was peeling those all off. Believe it or not, that took longer than I thought. And see, here's me with the acetone, not even realizing, oh, when I put this on there, I'm going to remove my marks that I had made for where those things go. You'll see me looking very hard at them here in a little bit to try to figure out, oh no, I have to remark those guys. I think at one point I go get my, I have little magnifying glass things. You might see me wearing those. I think there's me remarking all of them. All in all, the horizontal stabilizer isn't that bad. I mean, it's kind of stuff you've already done before. The one new thing that I did see that they added was some bolts for the what was that thing called? The bearing, the flange bearing. They added some bolts for that. That's kind of a new thing. And then they had some torque specifications for the bolts. But when you don't have the hinge bearing, you're not going to put those on. So I have not done that yet. I do need to buy a torque wrench, and I've been investigating what torque wrenches are the best torque wrenches to get and what ones are the are the closest. And I saw a video online that kind of rated the top 10 torque wrenches. And I don't necessarily want to buy the Snap-on one that was like $500. Although it did perform the best, I think there's other ones that are much cheaper that do basically the same and are just slightly not as accurate, but within a very close percentage of where they're supposed to be. Believe it or not, in the little video I watched, the Icon one from Harbor Freight did really, really well, and was very accurate. So I found that shocking. That was kind of amazing to me. And then another one that did pretty well that wasn't that expensive was the DeWalt one. And I am kind of a DeWalt fan. You notice my DeWalt drill there. Oh, there's me with my goggles on to make sure I can see stuff because I'm old. I'm fat and I'm old. So here I'm figuring out, oh, I'm actually marking my drill because I had the size that was kind of on the side of it wore off, and so I actually just printed off a label and then put it kind of further down than what you would put it in chuck, but not on the actual drill part of it, just so I could keep track of which drill was which as I put them there in my toolbox. So I do need a torque wrench, inch pound one. I do have a foot pound one that I've used for like tires and stuff for ages, but it starts, I think, at 20 or 25 foot pounds, which is, 200 or 300. Well, what is it? It's 12 times 20 would be 100. What's that? I can't even do math in my head, so it's 120, 240 inch-pounds, and some of the specifications were calling for somewhere between 30 and 40 inch-pounds, and so I'm way over that with my current torque wrench. So I will be getting one of those. I'll let you guys know when I get one, which one I get and why I got it and the specs on it, just so you know. If anybody out there does have other ideas about torque wrenches, which ones might be the best or the best bang for the buck, I should say, because planes are expensive. I don't know if you know that, but they're extremely expensive. So every dollar you can save is a dollar you can spend on better instruments or more engine or other things that might be a little bit more important than a tool. So I want good, but I don't want super expensive. Isn't that always the case? You want something that's good and reliable, but you don't want to pay an arm and a leg for it. That's kind of, I think, true with everything. So if you have any ideas, please feel free to comment. Leave me a note. I will appreciate that, and I'll get back to you and let you know what happens. So here I am using a Scotch-Brite pad, just cleaning those off. And you probably didn't see it, but I did write on the bottom side, the side that's not going to get painted, where I needed to hook them up so I don't make the same mistake and forget where they go. And basically all I did was number them. It's like A, B, C, D, E, and F, and G, or however many there were down the spar there. And then I wrote that letter in the corresponding spot, and then I just put an arrow towards the top. And there are marks, just so you know, on the spar there's like a cutout section that determines which way is up and which way is down. On the next piece of the horizontal stabilizer, there's 9 little holes kind of in 2 different places that determine what's up and down. So you can tell which way is up and which way is down. You just have to kind of look at it. So it's getting close to the end here. Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and we'll have more to come. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.